The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run again with Ajayi. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Wentz. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This is Ajayi. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They run with Ajayi. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We got lefty. Here we go. 120.
On first down, Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. To throw, it's Wentz. Out to the right here to Wilson. Dancing away at the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback. that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now it's a Ajayi, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Sunday. 82, 180.
Wentz to throw on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Great 15. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he gets it down to the 32. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First down, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him in the game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
They still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. Back deep is Tavon Austin. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down, Prescott escaping the pressure right. It's caught right side, it turns. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. A first down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. It's coming now.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, and this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here. But very much in this game, what's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Prescott to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Prescott. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Here's Austin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 26.
It's Scarborough again. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go, 47, 47. Here we go, 48. Here we go, 47, 47. 26.
Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeout? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Go. 120.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Now Austin. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Prescott now on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. A very solid gain of 27. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
To throw is Prescott. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. Knight. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Sproles, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Let's go. Great.
And once again, they go with Sproles. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Cowboys. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Steps away to his left. And he's got room. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete here. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Oh, wow, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Back to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams with time running out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Dallas, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.